Yeah, I think it is still tied. Yes,
it's either a 2 or 3-way tie. I can't.
Yeah, it's
remember
either 2 or 3-way. Exactly. Yeah. Then I guess
dude, Hoshiryu slamming on Osato was insane.
I don't think Hosh has like the Yusho in it, but that was the match. That was
so good.
He looked so good, and Ansanto looked better. Like he's been just on a powerhouse roll, and he just picture perfect sumo, bro. He's just like whoop.
He's getting this rep for taking down people that seem undefeatable.
Yes, and I mean Hosh is in a great spot. I think it's a little bit of a bummer. I mean the amount of injuries is staggering right now. It's staggering, dude.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. Every time I see one of those guys take a spill, I'm like,
so many,
dude,
in this tournament.
I know, but
cringing so much.
I know. It's dude, I love your traditions, and I don't want to impose my Western thought on them. But come on, put some mats down or something. Gee, dude, when those guys just they grab the attendants will grab the salt, but leave their foam fucking little sitting board.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you trying to $1 million baby these guys? Oh my god, dude. These guys are one person's gonna land on their neck, and they're never gonna stand up again. All because it's doyo has to be this big.
But they don't even have an ambulance there,
Dude, why would they?
Why?
Noble warriors don't need that, bro. Oh my gosh. So frustrating. Because it's cool and then also highly aggravating at other times.
Have you seen the video where the dude falls on his head and a lady doctor comes in from the crowd to look on him, and they do an announcement over the comms asking her to get out of the dojo because she's a woman?
Yeah, so main woman assists, and it's already to protest, and then 2 other registered nurses are oh cool, and then they were fuck off. 2 other girls you can't, and then they were get that woman off there. And then the mayor of Tokyo, or I think it was Tokyo, had to do the commencement speech on a platform adjacent to dojo. It was this is ridiculous, and got a standing ovation, I believe, for her statements. Because it's dude, this does not further the sport.
No,
and I'm pretty sure it's all based on really antiquated menstruation things, impurities.
Yes.
And you're dude, this is what the fuck, man? I mean
old people scared of periods.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy how much that is a fucking thread throughout history.
The blood comes out of where?
Yeah, right. Well, that doesn't happen to me, so I guess they're evil.
My testicles are bleeding. Wait, that's not normal?
Wait, that's not happening to y'all?
No,
really. Look at that.
My anus is bleeding.
For the love of God and all that is holy.
I love you, Jesse.
Welcome to How to Kickflip a Horse, where we talk about sumo, sexism in sports, and old memes.
Smoke weed every day.
That is a command.
Yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to How to Kickflip a Horse, the tabletop RPG show where we demand that you smoke weed every day. This is not an option. I am Ivan, and tonight I will be running a game of the Mothership RPG. We are playing the adventure Picket Line Tango by Emily Weiss of Anodyne Printware. And I'm going to read the rest of the credits at the end because it's a lot of them, and I want to get going right from the jump, starting with introducing my friends who will be playing the game with me, starting with Paul.
I am Paul, and I am playing this game with you, and I need to do a better an intro.
Do you want to remind us your character's name and class?
I would love to do that offhand.
Oh, yes.
Why, yes.
And it will come to me if you stall from me.
Welcome
Everybody
back.
concentrates really hard.
Joined by Tommy.
Hi, y'all. I'm Tommy. I am playing Oleg Volkov. He is, I imagine, a scientist of some sort with skills in both biology and computer. A little bit of hacking, too, I'm seeing. So it's a little bit of everything. Kind of a tech guy.
Love it.
He's got a bone knife.
Beautiful. Love a little keepsake. Informs the character, I think, in some subtle way. We're also joined by Jesse.
Hi, I'm Jesse, and I'll be playing Duck Billiam, the android who specializes in analysis of the value of machinery on this planet, moon, asteroid, whatever the fuck these peasants are on.
I think it is an
asteroid.
We got that.
Norton's colony on the Norton asteroid, formerly run by one Ulysses S. Norton, a recent murder victim.
Dun, dun,
Recently deceased.
It's been a minute since we... Oh, Paul, did you discover your character's name?
Of course, I've always known that I'm Sioss Ocxaero. And if you pronounce it differently between episodes, that's entirely your fault, not mine. And I'm a teamster.
It's the Mandela effect. Excellent.
Who the hell Mandela?
Who's this guy who keeps pronouncing my name wrong?
So yes, indeed, we are on an asteroid. Norton's asteroid. Norton Outpost on Norton asteroid, formerly owned by Ulysses S. Norton under employee of the Pure Mining and Refinement Corporation. Let's see here. It's a pretty standard mining colony, about 100 colonists, 60 miners, 10 essential staff, 10 support staff, and 20 children. They depend on benchmark-dependent supply shipments from the Pure headquarters, meaning they have to ship out a certain amount of... I believe this is a rhodium mine every month in order to secure their survival supplies. And as of currently, we are... let me do some math here. I believe we are 14... No.
14.
No, I can't do math, it turns out. I think... between 14 and 18 days from their last shipment, because due to murders, the shipments have stopped. The murder of Ulysses Norton himself, as well as Yvonne Liu, the head of security, caused miners to take the opportunity to go on strike, thus causing the next shipment to not be met on time. Excuse me. So yeah, you guys have been shipped in order ostensibly to break this strike. Pure doesn't really care how you do it, but they would like to be able to pin it on someone else. So solving the murders is I would say a priority. The problem with the murders, though, is that they keep happening in front of witnesses and they keep getting committed by different people. In the case of Ulysses Norton, I believe I actually have a... Do I have a thing about this? Yes, I'm going to open this up. The What You Know document. Norton himself was murdered by his wife, Cassiopeia Tubbs, while in the company of resident artist Franklin Cordero. So, a murder and a witness. The second murder, Yvonne Liu, at the hands of her second-in-command and romantic partner, Ren Harcourt, while in the company of Norton Outpost's head scientist, Dr. Gwen McCall. Again, murder with a witness, but the thing of it all is that the murderers report memory loss immediately preceding the events and have no explanation for why they have really committed these crimes. Since your arrival on the station, in fact, 2 more murders have occurred. Those being guys whose names I remember.
It was...
And those names are... If anyone else has them closer to the top of their memory than me,
Yvonne
that would be
Liu,
great.
the security chief.
Nope.
Richard Sleeper, was that him?
Yes,
Evan,
Richard Sleeper,
then,
the cook,
yeah, and Jack,
and Octavian Fuller, the waiter.
Yep, that's right.
My notes are
Murdered each other at the start of Fuller's shift at the DePlace bar, which, due to the benchmark not going through, is only serving booze. You guys discovered that Sleeper was drinking on the job when you found about a half pint of illegal moonshine on his corpse.
Wow.
And while this is certainly illegal and, maybe not frowned upon per se, it's certainly not cause for murdering a coworker, let alone a coworker who the witness of the murder, the bartender android Lucas, described as close friends. Let's see, what else did you guys do? You guys have examined all of the bodies. You have interviewed pretty much everyone at every place you've talked to, with the exception of Teresa Upton, who is the schoolmaster here. She teaches classes for the various children of the colony. And when you guys went to the saloon, you saw her there in a state of profound drunkenness.
Nice.
So, other than that, you guys have interviewed... you have interviewed the android butler Yorick at the Norton residence. You have interviewed the artist Franklin Cordero. You have interviewed Lucas, the bartender. You tried to interview Miss Upton. And let's see. Did you guys talk to anyone else noteworthy? Gorefinder, the doctor, Dr. Gorefinder at the the company store commissary.
Right.
/ morgue.
Right.
And so far, everyone's stories check out. The colony is tense, to say the least. But pure refinement has bestowed upon the 4 of you the title of investigator. And while on Norton's outpost, you have been invested with the powers to detain and interrogate colonists, enter any premises, seize property as evidence. And your current official orders are to solve the murders and break the strike, with your current contract balance sitting at 28,000 credits. And I'll remind you that decreases by 1,000 credits for every subsequent murder that occurs.
Right.
does anyone have any questions? Anything they'd like to clarify or revisit or mention? Anything you'd like to propose as a next step before we get moving?
I mean, I feel like we should do like. I guess we can't do like a. Do we already do a stakeout? Like,
where would you be staking out?
I don't think we have any subjects to stake out.
Well, I mean, like, do we? We don't. There's no trend in who's getting murdered, or like they're not like really. They could be important people to.
The only murder I think we could stake out the bar. There was a murder that happened while we were there, and I'd be okay with sitting at the bar for a while.
Yeah, wait, that's a good idea.
He's always into the bar. This guy loves sitting at bars almost as much as I do.
Hey.
Let's see here. Tell you what there, CO. As soon as I find my motherfucking character sheet, where is this shit? I guess I could have just opened it.
It's probably at the bar.
Yeah, you left it.
It might be at the bar. You left it at the bar. That makes perfect sense. Cio, give me an intellect roll, would you?
I will do that as soon as I can figure out how to do that. My intellect's got to be really high.
Under your intellect score.
All right.
One of your base stats.
Right, but what dice? What number? D100.
D100. Yes.
All right.
I believe everything. I think everything except stress rolls is D100, and also everything but stress rolls you want to be rolling under the number. Stress is the only thing you want to roll over the number.
All right. Thank you for reminding our viewers how this works. I totally remember that.
Yeah, very nice of you.
I always keep the viewers in mind. Whoa!
What just happened?
He got a 100.
Whoa.
I don't even know what the fuck happens when that happens. It's green, which makes me think it's good.
Right.
I know doubles is like a crit. Let's see. Mothership RPG. What happens when you roll 100?
I think I know all the things.
I think you win. Yeah.
Yeah, like I know all the things.
You're drunk.
That's for sure. That's unrelated to the game.
Huh?
I met your character.
Keep my name out of your mouth.
Huh. It looks like rules as written, nothing happens, but this is the first time I've seen someone roll a 100 on a D100, so I'm going to call this a crit success.
Yeah.
In the future, we'll use the actual crit rules, that being if you roll doubles on either a success or failure, it becomes either I think it's called like a stunning success or a catastrophic failure.
Ooh.
Well then.
So it makes him king of his
success.
HOA.
Definitely. I can imagine CO being HOA president back on his home colony.
For sure.
Spends a lot of time on the road though, so it makes getting stuff moving through those particular gears difficult, I imagine. Anyway, CO, with a 100, you do recognize that one thing that all of these events that you have been investigating is the how to put this? The murderers, yes, the normal way to put it when someone kills someone. I know what I'm going to say before I say it. The murderers all are known to either frequent the saloon or, in fact, reported being there as recently as the night before the crimes took place. You know, Cassiopeia. When you interviewed Cordero, Cassiopeia, or he described Cassiopeia as like a Hellcat. She loved being at the saloon. She loved karaoke and just going in there, getting drunk as fuck and raising hell. Let's see. The cook and the waiter had both closed the bar down the night previous, and Ren was out drinking by himself the night before he murdered Captain Lou.
Right. I blame. Okay.
So it does. So all that to say, it seems like a perfectly reasonable idea to stake out the saloon.
Yep.
I'm gonna say something.
Sioss Ocxaero.
There, something in that whiskey didn't quite wet my whistle. I'm not sure. It wasn't quite right, but I should probably taste it again.
Probably.
And maybe some gin, some vodka. But
like the sound of that.
I need to do some taste testing. But something did not taste right in that whiskey. Also, can everyone squinting? Can everyone see? Am I just blind? No.
What?
No, just the last part. Judging bad whiskey making you blind.
Oh, I thought you meant. I was like, oh no, has it just not been?
It was like, oh no.
All right, cool. Well, so you guys have been crashing at the commissary, I believe, the company store. They made up some bunks for you guys.
In the open graves.
Metal.
So everyone.
Everybody.
Why is Carrot Top peeing blood on the overseer's house?
I couldn't tell you. I think that was an addition by our erstwhile Marine pal. Who, speaking of which, tell you what, just everyone give me an intellect roll.
Let's roll our intellects. Do. 7. Surely that passes.
Excellent. 98 certainly doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Volkov, what you got?
Sorry, there we are.
Nice.
Oh, I did get a 69.
Nice.
Oh, I forgot you can just press the button. My bad.
No worries. However you want to do it. Okay, so excuse me. CO and Dr. Volkov, both of you guys are going to take one stress as upon awakening, you notice that your Marine, Franz Dietz, has vanished. You also hear
Where's our friend?
sort of a commotion. It's you've all got, I imagine you all have personal communicators or whatever, set your own alarms, and I imagine you get up a bit before shift change, which gets announced to the entire colony. So it's notably noisier in the street of the colony than it normally is at this time.
Well,
what do you guys do?
I guess we have to get down to. You want to get to the. Well,
what can I roll to roll over in bed and make it all go away?
Whiskey. It's a whiskey roll.
I'll tell you, if you give me a reality save that gets a crit, I'll allow CO to wake up into a more real reality.
Blue pill.
I'm about to blue pill this guy.
What the roll for that, but
the reality save, it's on your sheet.
I don't have reality.
Or no, it's sanity in this one. I'm thinking of Cloud Empress.
So sanity, I got stress. Sanity. So I gotta roll something over 100. Or sorry, over a 30. I'm just no for
Under.
yeah. Well, God damn it! I'm actually here.
You also
Moink.
sound like you're
you got
breaking
robot
up a fair
voice.
bit. You might wanna restart your headphones or something. Refresh your Discord. But unfortunately, yeah, CO is not going to wake up into a higher reality.
Good try.
But yeah,
Can I use my binoculars to? Can we get Can I get a little rooftop action?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if there's roof access. I believe the commissary building is a single story.
Ah,
But you can certainly use your Nox to look out the front window.
all right. Is that intellect or do I use a?
I would take a skill roll if you have a
Yeah.
skill that you feel you could use
No.
relevantly.
Can I be biology as I look for suspicious humans? Otherwise, I guess I'll try
If you had psychology, I would take that. Otherwise, I would take.
I mean, I'll just
Mathematics. I'll do mathematics.
for. I mean, I guess.
I don't know. I guess so.
Yeah. I guess I am actually. I guess scavenging, searching, discarded. No, I mean. Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that. I would take that. I would take.
I mean, it's all
I would take
untrained.
Rim-wise, or I would just take an intellect.
I mean, or maybe a combat roll. I guess. No, that seems out of place either. I'll do the scavenging one, I guess. I mean, does that
Cool.
seem like the most equivalent to perception, kind of in this sitch?
I think there is potentially relevant information that you could glean from this scene using that skill set. Yes.
All right, then we'll do that. Although I'm not particularly good at this. Oh, wait.
Well, it's the thought that counts.
Nope. Although I used my strength, I don't know. Didn't matter. 80, I wasn't rolling over anything anyway.
Maybe should have used your mind.
But even with intellect, it would have been a 47 and
Or
80 over
intellect,
47.
yeah. Okay. Well,
Unless the binoculars give me advantage.
sure, I'll give you advantage for binoculars.
Hey, look at
Why
that.
not?
Why not? And here's some intellect. Hey, look at that.
Hey, there we fucking go. That's awesome. Okay, so due to the sort of split in the avenue here that you guys are on, you're on the north side of the main road, which gives you a pretty clear view of almost all the buildings except for the overseer's house and the chateau and the security kiosk, which is obscured by the school. But you can very clearly see the base of the space elevator that you guys arrived here by. If you recall, the ship that Pure sent you here on docked at the top of the space elevator, and then after a 3-hour downward journey, you guys arrived here. And there was a bit of a crowd upon your arrival of strikers and protesters. Excuse me. And Oleg, you notice, I think first and foremost, what you notice is that the size of the crowd has easily, I'll say easily quadrupled. Whereas it was maybe 5 people before, it's easily 25 or 30 now. Also, you see what looks like some some shots of foam from like a foam gun, which can be used for emergency hull repair or for incapacitating someone in a such as a firefight. There are also some scorch marks and bullet holes, and finally, what you notice is the series of yellow flashing lights above the doorway into the space elevator, which indicate that the space elevator is in use.
Oh. Does it tell us going up or down?
The last time you guys saw it, it was down. And you were told by Pure that no extraction would be permitted until the situation here was under control.
Oh shit. Stop that elevator. I mean, I haven't seen anything, but...
Yeah. No, I mean, I would point it out, like, immediately. Like,
we're in control in the situation. Stop that elevator and shoot anything on it into space.
Good eyes, Oleg, old boy.
Yeah, I'll run over there.
Good legs,
You're
Oleg,
just gonna
old boy.
just run for it, right? Just leg it down the street?
Yeah.
All right.
Why not, right?
Sure. Yeah, what do you what you're running towards the elevator and you're just yelling like stop that elevator?
Well, no. Is there any way, with my understanding of the layout, is there like a way I could access a computer terminal? Or is like the only way to is there only
Can we call
way
the Canadian lady and tell her to stop it?
Well, yeah, I want to run to the terminal. Yeah, I guess I want to try to get to the terminal that would operate this and do some computer checks, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, as you approach, it becomes difficult to sort of get through the crowd. Everyone is pretty well clustered up around the doors, and you see our friend from the Canadian system. What was her name? Was it?
Don't you know?
Lucinda.
Lucinda, yeah, that's it.
You see Lucinda there. Honestly, like just as much of this sort of I don't want to call it a mob, just as much of a member of this assembly of people. Like it doesn't seem that she's leading or directing anything. Jesse, if you zoom out on the stream, we can get some Lucinda art on here.
Oh shit! Okay.
I
didn't even see it on the this.
Oh, and this is also wrong. We're on day 4 now. The clock, it ticks.
Evermore.
Time keep on slipping into the furniture. I know I said that already. I don't know if it was on stream though. Day 4. There we go. Excuse me. But yeah, Lucinda's there. Oleg, what are you? You're just yelling, "Stop that elevator!"
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah.
Sure. As you do that, there's a momentary hush that falls over first the people that are closest to you that hear you yelling it. And then over the rest, as the people who are having some sort of animated discussion closer to the doors themselves, also, if not, if they didn't hear you, they at least noticed the sudden quiet behind them, and suddenly this group of people are all sort of looking at you. This group of miners, this group of strikers are looking at a guy in a shiny new vac suit with a shiny new mechanical leg, telling them to stop the elevator, and they all there's a very tense moment where some of the strikers just won't break their gaze on you, and some of them also seem to sort of just default deferentially look to Lucinda, and the crowd kind of parts so that there's a clear path between you and Lucinda, and she says, "Oh yeah, we would if we could dare, but afraid it's a no stopping kind of trip, especially when they have the corporate override codes."
What is the meaning of this? Who are those people?
I reckon it was your buzzcut friend done flown the coop.
Oh,
had some ulterior motives, perhaps. Not to cast aspersions or anything.
No, you're.
And at that, some of the crowd sort of mumbles, and someone's like, you know how those military guys are, and then someone goes, aspersions.
Rabble.
Yeah.
Well, he's
You're saying you don't know what he's up to up there.
I now that you mention it,
what we were all told was it was no one in or out after you all arrived. So I hope not to take this as to mean your investigation is concluded.
It is not.
Pity. That's the trial today.
That is true. However, fuck you. Justice doesn't.
We'll see you there, Lucinda.
You notice when she says trial, the crowd gets again a bit more animated. More people start rabbling.
A little prickly.
Oh jeez. It's getting hot here.
Oh jeez, yeah, that's right. We
oh jeez is right. That's what I'd say if I was in this position. I'd say, oh jeez.
All right, settle down. No one's in a position. You're fine.
Nothing to get excited about now. You're saying you didn't know that your friend was going to fly to Coop, but
no, you're putting words in our mouth. I said I thought that this was someone else. I thought it was someone else tampering with it. Didn't realize it was our buddy.
Did he go up there willingly?
I don't reckon anyone from Norton's would tamper with the space elevator given the lockdown. Seeing as it's our only way on or off of this here rock.
Well, I didn't think there'd be someone going around murdering everyone on this here rock.
Did he go up there willingly, or was anyone with him?
I mean, I wasn't there.
Well perhaps how do you know?
Over to the communications office and maybe spot some surveillance footage or some such, but
I think we just may.
We got our boys out here watching the place, and apparently he came in guns a-blazing.
Guns a-blazing, describe that. What does that mean?
Well, he shot at old Jessup, he shot at Bianca, he shot at Xavier. All these fine folks down here just picketing for their rights, asking for a little respect from the company, and what do we always get is bullets. That's what we're trying to change with the Pure Miners Union.
I mean,
it's a shame y'all aren't the types to see that.
Not sure.
It's a shame you don't see what this company does provide you. Maybe it's been a while since you've seen
what it's like out there.
Like outside of this.
Competent investigators they provide as well. The benchmark food shipments to start us out with. And you guys keep noticing as the more Lucinda talks, the more animated the crowd gets, to the point now that people are hoisting their signs up and between whatever Lucinda says, they're like basically yelling directly at you guys, like scabs off Norton's and end the benchmarks and solve the murders and booing and hissing and hollering.
Hey, I'm getting mighty thirsty. Maybe we take this interview to a secondary location, somewhere a little quieter.
Fair, but you'll see how well Norton takes care of all of you.
Shut that.
Hail the company.
Norton's takes care of Norton's. Company doesn't do shit there, buddy.
Okay.
And the strikers all cheer at that, and the crowd closes up around Lucinda, and they mercifully and at Lucinda's behest allow you all to make a civilized exit if you so choose.
Yeah, but I'm prickly about it.
I was trying to invite her back to the bar with us.
Oh, I'd say she's busy.
Okay, well, there goes another one.
Well, raspberries.
Well,
I think it's her.
Raspberries.
It's her. Right? You guys think it's her, right?
Definitely her.
It's her.
It's Lucinda?
Definitely her. Oh yeah.
Interesting. I think that's the first accusation you guys have made.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
it is.
It's her, dude. You're right. I don't think we need any more.
Case solved.
Case closed.
So what do you want to do? Just like you hit her in the back of the head with a pipe, or what?
Well, we gotta go through the crowd.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, we'll wait. Oh, Tanya, and I pick up a lead pipe.
Back to the stakeout spot at the saloon.
Can you imagine?
Just then, you hear the buzzer that denotes the shift change on the station. And accompanying it is a different voice. It's a gruffer voice, not Lucinda, who's so far the only person that you've heard over the station-wide intercom. And it says, hold on one second, I'm going to mute myself to make sure I have my sound effects set up good.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. If his sound effect is
This is Blythe Tollison announcing shift change. And to request that the 3 or 4 or however many are left investigators please report to the mining office as soon as possible. This is not a request. Tollison out.
Oh, we don't do that, right?
Yeah, fuck that, right?
They can't be talking about us, right?
Lucinda's drifted out to the other side of the crowd that you guys are still closest to, and she says, "I don't think she was asking there."
Who? Like, sorry, just looking around, like confused,
that's the boss, Tollison. One keeping this clown shoes act together.
You're gonna have to show us where it is. You're gonna have to come with us.
I mean, you can see it from right here, and she points down to the end of the street. It's the big mine.
Yeah, I'm telling you to come with us.
Am I to take that to mean I'm entering into custody there? And you see several of the bigger, brawlier looking miners sort of step up to flank Lucinda.
No, just we're not from here. We're lost. Can you help us along the way?
It's almost literally a straight line, and there's only like 10 buildings on the whole place. You'll find it eventually, I'm sure.
Oh my god!
This is a trap.
You'll want to get there before the trial starts now.
Oh, that is true. Well, I would.
Assuming it is your aim to solve these here murders and not let innocent folk go unto their deaths for nothing.
Nothing indeed.
I think that is this all like out loud conversation?
We
like
lose profit for every death. Why would we want that?
I got no disagreement with you there. I also think you ought to be. I also think it behooves you to solve this here mystery as fast as possible, if indeed there is one.
Because of the compensation.
Yeah, and I'm not too fond of my friends and coworkers getting murdered for all willy-nilly.
Yeah, wouldn't want you, bitching about the company.
Yeah, it's almost like you would have helped out if that weren't the case.
Oh.
Reckon I helped you all out a fair bit when you first arrived, but not unlike corpos to have short memories. That's okay.
Yeah, we're big stupid. I'm a Nepo hire, asshole.
Yep. Don't underestimate the fash.
Yeah, right. It's very difficult to lean into these characters.
It really is. I'm struggling. I really am struggling being like...
You're like, wait, why don't we just join them and tear down the company?
I know, and I keep being like, oh wait, maybe we should just start arresting people. Like, I know,
like,
what do we do?
should we just go like full bad cops and start like breaking faces or something?
There's a lot of them, and we don't have like, I guess we have these suits.
Yeah, we got suits.
You have a pipe.
I mean, the suits protect you from vacuum, not from blunt trauma.
Are any of them wielding a vacuum? I'm taking on that guy.
Let's just suck all the air out of this place.
The situation is getting desperate enough. People have done crazier things in the face of starvation.
True.
And depressurize an entire colony and send 100 souls to the void.
I think it's a pretty good idea, right?
Yeah. Dr. Volkov just like extra seals his helmet. He like flips the visor down and like double checks all the latches.
I'm looking at my trinkets, which is apparently I have a 10x10 tarp.
Nice.
Sure.
I'm gonna think like if I can throw that like a smoke bomb
under the tarp.
No, like over them, like terribly.
Interesting.
No,
that's why we're the best.
It doesn't come to that.
Yeah. I guess no, we're not gonna force you, but could you at least show us the way, like in.
No. I'll go. This is foolish.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Gotta go. We're going.
All right. Well, all right. Good luck with the boss, eh? She's not as nice as I am.
You are very nice, actually.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Oh. Coming from the Canada system, it's what we're known for.
Good focal.
Good focal out there in the Canada system, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad about the sun turning into a red dwarf in a couple 100 years. It won't be there anymore. It's gonna just get swallowed up in cosmic fire.
Happens to the best of us.
Anyway, good luck down at the mine.
Good luck. Stay alive and don't murder us. Or
someone throws a handful of green kibble at you from in the crowd.
I knew they had food.
Visor. I readjust my visor once more.
It's lying. Look at that.
It's clearly maggoty.
These ungrateful peasants.
I know.
All right, so you guys continue on down the way, heading for the mine, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am.
Looking over my shoulder frequently.
It's a pretty, Lucinda keeps the strikers from following you down the way. You see there's a small small contingent of people starting their shift at the labs. Apparently that stuff is considered essential personnel, so not subject to the strike. But the machinery at the mine, the various smokestacks and generators and stuff are all but silent. Just a few, maybe one battery unit still humming along to keep the lights on and to keep the whatever computer network is internal to the mine running.
Sure.
No personnel at the door or at the desk. When you walk in, it's a low ceiling, sort of slate gray. Kind of everything's floor and like solid metal decor welded to the floor in like the space station style. Even though this is a colony, they are aware that they're running on artificial gravity, which can fail. But yeah, you're sort of you're just in this sort of lobby, like front desk area. There's a door that goes off like behind the main desk, and then there's a larger like what do you call it, like a pneumatic door, like almost like a Fallout vault door, but like together instead of the big wheel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just sits closed. The lights, the consoles around it are either off or in standby mode. That's about all you can see in this front area.
Do I know enough about the power source? Like, can I get these off standby mode? Or are they is it due to like a lack of power that they are?
You don't get the impression that anything is off due to like disarray. Like nothing's damaged. If it's in standby mode, it's because it just isn't being used.
Okay. I mean, do we want to?
You could absolutely go over to the big door and operate the console to close it or open it.
Right. That's what I think I would like.
If that was a thing you want to do.
Yeah. I mean, I have computer and hacking skills. I feel like I could put them.
Mm-hmm. I've got machinery.
Ooh,
to help.
Sure. So you want to just try and open the mine doors?
Can we see is there like a log? Can I see when they were opened last, or
is there anything that views us into the mine? Like, what's the status inside there?
Yeah. Like, is there like a
sure?
Like sectors 6 and 7 are flooded.
Right.
Sure. The door console is certainly not detailed enough for that. It is almost literally just an open-close switch.
Mm-hmm.
To access records of comings and goings in the mine, you would either have to find a console, in the say the administrator office, or if you were a real fucking keyboard cowboy, maybe from the front desk computer.
So, yeah. Say to these guys, like, hey, it's good. It's good thing no one's taking notes that we haven't checked on this, from day one, right? Like, just that's not going to go in your notes, not going to go in my notes, right? They disturbed us. We can't have that in our official notes. We didn't check on this whole shutdown thing.
No.
Day 3. That bar really, was distracting us, right?
Oh, one thing you do see on this side of the door is a there is a digital display, and it it's like just numbers. It's like a number ticker display. It might not actually even be like electronic in any way. It might be like old school. And it just reads minus 30,000 K.
Oh jeez.
Pretty fair guess to assume that this is representative of the current quota from the mine.
Minus 30K isn't like. Yeah. Is there anyone that knows what that means?
Can we hack the sign to make it say we've met the quota? Suddenly we're all good guys.
That would take more than just a hack roll, I think. I think that would take that. I would need you to formulate and explain to me an entire plan that would take, at least the better part of a session. We're coming up on 15 minutes to 10 here, or we just passed 15 minutes to 10 here. So maybe not this episode, but if you want to if that is wheels that you would like to get spinning, I am here for it. Love a redemption arc.
I don't know. All I know is we're late to this court trial.
You're gonna be if you don't go talk to Tollison soon.
Yeah, we gotta go, guys. What do you think? Do you guys got anything else you want to do here? What's your plan?
I want to go down to the mine and say hello.
We're just gonna hide in the mine.
You'll have to open the big doors to do that.
Well, I just go to the door without it being open and say the same thing. Hello.
All right, we're gonna go to court.
Sure. You hear a voice from the door behind the office that says, "Who's fucking around out there? Who is that?"
Stay quiet as shit.
And I say, hello.
You're like, this echo's crazy.
That's not what I said, but that's a weird fucking echo.
Would you step into my office so I don't have to yell?
Whoa,
Come on.
Now it's just echoing without you saying anything.
It's weird. We should investigate.
Yeah, I guess we'll investigate
Something
the
really
office.
strange. But first you have to know, like, okay, it's coming from this way. Like, put it near to that wall, and then it's coming from. Well, no, it's not coming from that way. I don't know.
Right.
Let's go back the other way.
After another roughly 5 seconds, the door behind the main desk whips open, and a furious-looking woman appears.
Oh, jeez.
She's wearing a hard hat with a big flashlight on it. She's got pretty long, curly, light-colored hair. Her clothes and hands are pretty thoroughly grease-stained, and she has a prosthetic left leg. And she says, "Oh, you're the investigators. Come on in. We gotta talk." Right?
Yeah, we're gonna walk right. I'm walking right
Right?
on in. Yep. We are ready to talk.
Walking right in.
She steps aside and sort of overly dramatically holds the door into the small office for you guys, and you see she has a an actual wooden desk, varnished and nice, obviously an antique.
Yeah.
Or a very convincing facsimile thereof. It takes up most of the room, providing her with a nice space behind the desk to move around and stretch out in, and she's got a file cabinet back there. She's got her computer console. She's got whatever data feeds from the mine itself in here, leaving the four of you cramped basically on top of one another, like a diamond shape almost is kind of the only space that you guys have. So whichever one of you finds yourself at the front of that diamond, as it were, is, it seems, the only one that Ms. Tollison is willing to address.
Okay. Who wants to take lead?
I think roll for it, but also, like, you're telling me she's got her office set up where it's like 80% her space on the backside and like 20% for the front of it. Like, what a power fucking move! Like,
Right.
It does seem on purpose. Like, she could certainly have gotten a smaller desk, but also, even with a smaller desk, it wouldn't be that much bigger of a room. It's not like it's a hall. It's just a room.
Gotcha. I thought she had a lot of room behind her desk to, like, stretch and stuff.
She has most of the room behind her desk.
Gotcha.
But it's just, like, it's enough space for, I don't know, 2 more people would be able to comfortably stand.
Gotcha.
so whoever's in our loser of our triangle is standing almost in the hallway.
Yeah, like one of you is basically at the door, like in the doorway.
Right. Tommy, you're not muted.
Someone roll something.
I don't know. I've rolled a 3. I rolled a d4.
Oh, should I be rolling something?
No, not necessarily.
No, you're good.
I made it up.
It's fine. Who cares?
I wasn't volunteering. That's all.
Oh,
Cool.
Dear.
All right,
Give a shit.
doctor. She says, she will cut right to the chase. She'll address you, doctor, and say, so did you figure it out yet?
We got a lead, but I wouldn't say it's closed.
Lead. 1 day. 4 days you've been at this, and 4 days you haven't been to see me? What is it that you all do?
We've had a lot of interviews.
Well, I don't know if you've been outside, but it's quite the powder keg of a situation.
Oh, I'm well aware. I don't have to go. You don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind's blowing, Mr. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Oleg.
Well, Mr. Oleg, I don't. As I say, I don't need to be outside much to get a read on the breeze of my workers. I have noticed that they've all gone on strike, and I imagine you're here to do something about that. Now, have you or have you not done anything about it? Are we any closer to solving these murders and resolving this strike?
No.
She just she leans back and just does like a bop on her desk and says, "Well, great news. They've sent their corporate best and brightest, as they always do. What are we gonna do? Do you even know what we do in this mine?"
No. Was I supposed to know?
What kind of briefings do they give you? Are you ready to talk plate processing and residue transport plate funneling?
Ooh.
Or is that maybe too advanced for you?
No.
You want to start with the joust jams then? You know what we do? We fit the Donnelly nut space and grip grids with splay flex brace columns against beam fast, with Derrick Huss nuts and girdle plate cherries, while plate flex tandems press task apparati of 10 vertipine plated pan traps at every maiden clamp, plate packet, and knuckle coupler, alternating sprams from the T-nut to the skeen to the chimney. And that's just how we deal with the sluice. Now, what is it that you do?
We travel around the planets and answer your problems. Mostly, where do you have something for me to drink? Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. We answer your problems where your workers aren't working, and we're working on working where your workers aren't working.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
My workers aren't working because they don't have food. We're descending into drunkenness and madness, and it's only a matter of time before something touches off this powder keg. And with that, she dramatically lights a match off of her grizzled, scarred cheek, and lights a cigar that she apparently pulled from literally nowhere. Or at the very least, none of you saw her make a movement to procure this cigar. It is just there in her hand when she lights it.
Amazing. Bro,
she's a badass.
Yeah.
So you're gonna let old Harcourt go to his death, huh? Just from being a bunch of dummies, not knowing how to recognize a crooked situation when you stumble ass first into one.
Yeah.
I wish I could say I was surprised.
How do you know he didn't do it?
The thing is, Renza, some people treat it like it's a dirty word, but he was a pacifist, wouldn't hurt a fly, as much as someone can be out here in the colonies, but, the type to never fucked with anyone unless he was getting fucked with. And it's not my style, per se. I'm a boot in the ass questions, probably never kind of gal, but, it was... A man must have a code, and he stuck to his. And his thing with the Lieutenant Lou wasn't my thing, but that was between them. And I don't think it's possible that he could have done that without some terrible force of coercion acting upon him. And the fact that you lot haven't uncovered anything relating to that
sounds like you know something
fallacy
about
is
an act of coercion.
I know my workers. I know their limits because I know. Sorry, go ahead.
I said, who is most likely to coerce of your workers since you know them?
That's the thing. Is here and there, there's people put a squeeze on one another over, say, a gambling debt or a fantasy sumo league here or there. It can get out of hand, but we had security. We have, I'm always busy though I am, willing to have my ear bent by anyone with a problem. The doctor was always good to talk to. Lucas, the bartender, pretty well known as our what do you call it? De facto psychiatrist. Always willing to hear someone's sad sack story of the week du jour.
Where do you get the booze from? Plenty of booze.
She pauses and blinks once and then twice and says, well, it comes with the benchmark shippings. They just send us more of it than food so that we stay drunk and pliable.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's terrible, but...
I would take
I've heard about that.
I would take a intellect roll or a psychology roll or perhaps a rimwise roll if anyone has those and would like to make them.
I have, obviously an intellect, but I don't have.
Sure, everyone has intellect. I'm just saying if you have relevant skills, go ahead and use them for that good 10% bonus. 83, not going to cut it, I don't reckon.
None of those bonuses here.
Damn.
1 second. Oop.
Sure.
Sorry.
And this one is not a actual roll, just testing something.
Okay. Oh, that 73 was Tommy.
Damn, what the fuck,
Yeah.
70s?
Yep. Oh,
Right?
well, there was me not
It's like
doing my
the
rolls tonight.
it's like the 3-day forecast over here.
Hey.
All right. Well, so with that, yeah,
You lied to.
she answers your she answers your question, and you have no reason to doubt her.
Oh, man.
We're at 10 o'clock. Does anyone have any closing questions before we end our episode?
Should we
Ms.
murder
Tollison.
everyone?
Yay.
It's like
I'd sure prefer if you didn't.
Let's just
Well,
really go.
outside
nuts.
of Ivan saying that, not terribly opposed at this point.
I think there's
that
a
was
shady,
me, Blythe.
There's a shady source of the booze around here somewhere, I think is what's happening.
Okay. I mean,
Just my
that.
thoughts. Or like,
Yeah, I
Are you
wanna
saying that out loud?
I'm talking out of character.
This is out of character? Great.
Yeah, I think somebody's doing something or creating something in the booze that's fucking people up.
Yeah, I mean,
The swill, or is it something else? It's
Well,
like,
it's like-
like
it's
finish
either-
another glass of something.
Ergotism.
yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's either they're like, I feel like it has to be that.
But who? Okay.
Are you
I don't have any final
going to
questions. No final questions.
Are you gonna press Tollison on that point, or
There does seem to be
let it
a
go.
lot of food. Like, you guys are consuming more booze than you ever have, and yet there's still more booze here than food. You still have plenty of booze, and you haven't had a shipment in months.
My booze runneth over.
it's been about 2 weeks? But
Months.
give me some type of roll. Explain
I
to
wanna
me
do
how
math since
you.
I said it was a month.
I'll take math.
Math. Alright, I'm gonna hit you with the math.
And give it to me with advantage for drama.
Mind math with advantage. Let's fucking go. God damn it. I know what I'm doing.
Click the button.
I click a good button.
Click the button.
Nailed it.
All right, with advantage, you make it. Yes, indeed, your conjecture is correct. The amount of booze has outlasted the amount that would have been shipped with the last benchmark, indicating that someone on board the colony is moonshining.
Yup, that's what I thought. They're making moonshine out of corpses.
The rock shining.
Did I not put the Blythe photo up? Damn, I'm a dummy.
That Blythe?
I'm bad at my job. Oh, there's Blythe.
Hi, Blythe. That's Blythe on Yes.
Yes, so you have this realization, and before you have the opportunity to press Miss Tollison on this point, a familiar person comes in from the front room, and once again, it is our pal Lucinda
Oh, I
telling
fucking knew
you that
Hey, motherfucker.
you gotta get down here. There's been another murder.
Oh my god, there's about to be two if you keep interrupting me.
And that is where we will end our episode
Woo!
for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out and playing. Always a blast.
Thank you for running the game.
Absolutely.
And putting
Okay.
up
Of
and
course.
putting up with our not detective figuring this out.
Oh, we're the
'Cause
best.
No,
I'm
it's
like,
great.
Jesus
You guys
Christ,
have-
what are we doing?
You guys are doing your own sort of investigation process, and
That's why I was at the bar so much earlier, investigating.
and I respect your methods. And I always have a great time running games for you guys.
Thanks, man.
And once again, this was Picket Line Tango by Emily Weiss of Anodyne Printwear. They can be found at anodyneprintwear.com. The art is by Roque Romero, who can be found at roqueromero.com. This was edited by Ian Yusem with proofreading by Fiona, Maeve, Geist, and layout by Eric K. Hill. The Mothership RPG is by Tuesday Night Games and can be found at mothershiprpg.com. The piano music, which I'm just remembering that I have, which I meant to play the whole time, was this is called Deplace Part 1 by Sammy Williamson, who can be found at Sam Bagash on Instagram. And I believe Sam Williamson on YouTube. He's got a cool, weird post-rock album on there. Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram at How to Kick Flip a Horse. You can give us some money by going to ko-fi.com/HTKAH. Excuse me, ko-fi.com/HTKAH. And I lost my sound. And I don't know why.
No, you're still good. Oh,
No, the music stopped. I don't know. All right, well, my other jazz drum beat vanished, so there's this one instead.
Oh, hell yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at How to Kick Flip a Horse. Give us some money at ko-fi.com/HTKAH. This obviously is being broadcast live on twitch.tv/howtokickflipahorse, but you can also find us on the YouTube, youtube.com/@howtokickflipahorse. That I think is it.
Nice.
Does anyone else have anything they want to shout out?
Happy birthday,
man.
Tommy.
Heyo, thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday, Tommy.
Yeah.
Hey, younger
Happy
than
birthday,
Hope it was
Dead
a river.
You old bitch.
Awesome.
ever.
Well, with that, I suppose we'll say,
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Smoke weed every day.
Well, see you later.